Andy, this is a pretty easy assignment today. There is so many people talking about Tesla that you've got to have more than enough data to give us as good of a look as possible into Tesla. What is LikeFolio seeing here, Andy?
Well, LikeFolio, Tesla has been the star of the show in terms of LikeFolio data for 2 or 3 years now, as Wall Street, really has been doubting this stock for a long time. We have continued to see exponentially rising consumer demand for the cars and services that the company puts out there. And one of the things, we're looking at right now, which is very interesting, is the full self-driving capability. Not just because it's a new feature for a Tesla, but actually because it's a potentially subscription revenue growth engine that is a software upgrade that would just drop money straight to the bottom line. So people right now are paying $10,000 for a really pared down version of this, but what we're seeing in beta is really very exciting to a lot of people who follow this space. And you can see on this chart the number of people talking about wanting to purchase or download the full self-driving capability from Tesla continues to rise. And we think of this as just another revenue engine for this company. Like Tom was saying, they put out 500,000 cars last year. Well, to me, that's 500,000, potential subscribers or consumers of this $10,000 upgrade once it becomes available. So that's really exciting from a Tesla's perspective, but also just the consumer demand for the cars themselves that Tesla's making, absolutely, to use the term, a rocket ship, an Elon Musk rocket ship. We see Model Y demand up 99% year over year, 124% year over year, Model X even up 99% year over year, and the Cybertruck, which isn't even out yet, up 22% year over year. It's just another quarter of Tesla outperforming and building demand. They don't have any marketing budget. All they do is put their products out there and let people talk about them, put their CEO out there to make big claims and deliver a little bit late every time. And that's their playbook. They continue to execute. And I think the other thing that we need to keep in mind as we go into this earnings is Elon Musk is going to be hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend.
Yes,
and
I was wondering when that was going to come up.
Yeah, I don't think that that he would take that offer if they were about to report a real dud. It just seems like the kind of thing that you would only want to do if you had a pretty good week prior going into it. So I think there's a little bit of a tell there.
Yeah, and Andy, I know that you guys focus mainly all your sentiment here in the U.S., but we all know the growth driver and engine for this company is over in China. So with that in mind and the numbers that are coming out of NIO and Xpeng and some of the competitors over there where they're growing 100% to 300% year over year on those numbers, I know they're based on small lots and stuff like that, but do you feel like that's probably going to be the catalyst that drives this company moving forward? Or do you see your data here in the U.S. where, hey, maybe they're going to extend EV benefits with Biden's the administration's new plan as far as, being more green, but then you've got competition heating up here. So do you find that the data is picking up just based on news stories, or is it just based on the fact that, hey, more people are getting in Teslas and the ones that are in them love them and respond to them on social media?
Yeah, that's it. I think Tesla is truly in a league of its own. I really hesitate to even talk about competitors at this point. I don't really think that there is great competition for Tesla, even though some big players are getting into the electric vehicle space. Tesla has kind of created a niche of its own in terms of performance and the way that the cars work and the happiness that these cars bring to their customers. They have major customer support issues, but when the car is working well for a vast majority of users, very, very positive. We see LikeFolio sentiments actually up year over year with those insane growth numbers. That's pretty tough to do. So kudos to the team at Tesla.
Andy, one quick issue. Obviously, so much of the data on Tesla is positive, and the momentum is certainly positive, and hosting Saturday Night Live is ridiculous. However, that being said, you talked about something that was they've been doubted along the way, right? But I think they're still doubted, Andy. Listen to this. They are the most shorted stock in the S&P 500, $35 billion worth of shorts. They have a valuation 2.5 times that of Toyota. So there's still some doubters out there, and there's still people making the bearish case for Tesla. But I say that I bring out this bad data, but they are clearly the leader in a space that is playing catch up. The rest of the world is playing catch up and years behind Tesla. Am I wrong there?
No, you're exactly right. I think, for me, the last few years, the Tesla queue, the bears on Tesla have kind of lost their right to speak up. I just can't pay any attention to someone that's on the wrong side of a 720% trade. LikeFolio data absolutely shows that consumer demand is through the roof. And I would also say, this is a company that's shored up its balance sheet considerably. It used to be a big concern that they had $5 billion worth of debt. Now they can do that in a secondary without even moving the stock. And the other thing about this is, Tesla has delivered. It's expensive. Yes, the stock is expensive. But I remember, and Kevin, I know you do too, Amazon expensive in 2005.
Sure.
Netflix expensive in 2015. Like, stocks can be expensive for a very long time, and usually they're expensive for very good reasons, and I think that's the case with Tesla. Now, could the stock move down? Yes, it's moved down 4 quarters in a row after earnings, so you got to be careful, and there's a pretty big market maker move here. But long term, this is a company that is firing on all of the non-existent cylinders in its non-existent engine.